China to conduct major military drill simulating seizure of Taiwan-held island.
Here's a summary of the article.
Beijing, Tokyo, the Chinese military is planning to conduct a large-scale landing drill off Hainan Island in the South China Sea in August to simulate the possible seizure of the Taiwanese-held Pratas Island in the future, Chinese sources familiar with the matter have said. The Chinese People's Liberation Army is becoming increasingly concerned about the growing U.S. military presence in the South China Sea, and such a drill could escalate tensions. Pratas Island, located in the middle of the route from China's military base on Hainan Island to the Pacific Ocean, is strategically important for China's advance into the Pacific Ocean. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has also been beefing up relationships with the administration of Taiwanese leader Tsai Ing-wen, and China regards the U.S. military presence as joint military conduct with Taiwan. Tsai will be sworn in for her second and final term on Wednesday. China has been building up its military presence in the Spratly Islands and Paracel Islands in the disputed South China Sea, but it had been less vocal on the Pratas Island issue in a show of consideration for former Taiwanese President Ma Ying-jeou, who had cultivated closer ties with Beijing. Momentum has been building inside the Chinese military to either capture Pratas Island or pressure Ma's successor, Tsai, who has been less interested in the sovereignty issue in the South China Sea, to give it up, according to the Chinese sources. Both China and the United States have ramped up military activities near Taiwan in recent months, including regular U.S. sailings through the Taiwan Strait, and regular Chinese Air Force drills near the island.
This post received a score of 40,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Taiwan has denounced the Chinese drills as attempts at intimidation and has told Beijing it should focus its efforts on fighting the coronavirus rather than menacing the island. Fair point.
China will remember this.
You have sullied your reputation with such a foolish move. Note, you are not at war. Very well.
You'll pay for this in time. All right, now that that's out of the way, how far along is Gandhi's nuclear program?
Your city has been reduced to 3 pop and your empire is a fucking wasteland.
My troops are merely passing through. Nothing to see here.
That looks like some camo you would wear to hide in the 100-acre wood.
They are working on copying the US military digital camo. They just don't quite understand when to use which. Oh bother.
Mind explaining for someone who's ignorant like me?
My understanding from seeing articles in the past is that the U.S. Marines, Army's camo was highly researched and dialed in to show the least possible amount of stands out among the soldiers' background, no matter what background, environment they are in. What OP is saying, is that they have dudes on a ship that are wearing both woodlands camo and naval camo. When they should all be wearing naval camo. It's like if you put the U.S. Army in Iraq telling some of them to wear snow-type camo, blue naval camo, and appropriate desert camo.
Greater than U.S. Army in Iraq telling some of them to wear snow-type camo, blue naval camo, and appropriate desert camo. We actually had soldiers mixing and matching the M81 Woodland and the Desert BDU pattern on their equipment during the First Gulf War.
And the second, 3-color DCU with M81 vests.
I crossed the Kuwait-Iraq border in 2003 with a Woodland flak jacket and canvas doors. I wonder how many 81s could have been made if we had waited for autumn.
Same here, green vest, desert camo uniforms. Oh, and green vehicles. I will say it didn't really matter for 2003. It was the guys in Afghanistan doing old-school infantry patrols that really felt the camouflage deficit.
Everyone else should conduct a drill to simulate not buying anything from China. Fabulous idea.
Avoid Chinese products.
Thank you.
Great idea, China. Really well timed.
They hold such drills every year. 2018 to 2019.
Correct, and while that does make it less concerning, it doesn't make it any less shitty.
This is something that every country does. They do drills for who is their most likely adversary. It's just a fact that if someone was going to invade China, they'd go through Taiwan or Manchuria. And surprise surprise, they do drills for those things. America does similar stuff with Russia in Alaska, and we even do drills for forces stationed overseas. We've had drills for invading Canada too, lol.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.